I give the floor to the representative of Germany.
Thank you, Mr. President. Let me first of all welcome President Sheikh Sharif to this meeting. We highly value this timely exchange of views between the Council and the Somali leadership. The transition will end soon, and it is key that we address all necessary issues. Furthermore, I'd like to welcome SRSG Mahiga and thank him for his exhaustive briefing and for his commitment and leadership under very difficult circumstances. I will briefly focus on 3 points. First, the political process and the situation on the ground. Secondly, the achievements of the African Union and AMISOM. And finally, the role of the international community and especially the European Union. On my first point, with the end of the transitional period in sight, it is crucial to achieve the targets that are foreseen by the roadmap. Another extension is not conceivable and not acceptable, and would certainly not be in the interest of Somalia and its people. We agree that some progress has been made, and in this regard, I would like to commend the Convention of Somali Elders, which started recently and will select the members of the Constituent Assembly. However, great challenges remain. We are worried about the ongoing infighting in the transitional federal institutions and among them. In particular, the continuing deadlock of the transitional federal parliament has troublesome effects on the whole transitional process. Let me be very clear. The international community has always supported Somalia, especially since the country has started facing instability and found itself in dire straits. The United Nations deployed some of the largest peacekeeping operations to the country, and many regional and individual actors stood and still stand by the country and its people. The past 20 years have taught us one lesson. There's no solution to the conflict without a strong political will among the Somali political actors themselves and their earnest efforts to provide for a better peaceful future of the Somalis. Looking at the past and current support for Somalia, we simply do not agree that it is international support that is lacking. This language must also not be used as an excuse for delays and failures in the transitional process. There are many tasks that do not even require financial support which remain unresolved. Let me also stress that future support depends on results achieved. We cannot accept a call for more when there is no considerable progress. Mr. President, let me come to my second point. 3 months ago, this Council has reacted very swiftly with Resolution 2036, endorsed the new strategic concept of AMISOM, and extended the scope, mandate, and support for the mission considerably. This is another sign of the commitment of the United Nations, the Security Council, and its members to AMISOM. We welcome AMISOM's achievements and reiterate our strong support for the mission. In the past, my country has contributed considerably to the mission, and it will continue to do so bilaterally and in the framework of the European Union. AMISOM has been key for improvements in the security situation in Somalia. Without that mission, we would not be where we are today. Apart from its military achievements, the mission has contributed to the establishment of Somali security forces. Now it is essential that the TFG finally manage to establish a functioning command and control structure. The government and Somali forces need to become less dependent on AMISOM. Responsibilities need to be handed over to national forces and administrations, especially in regions where Al-Shabaab has been driven out. Mr. President, let me come to my final point. As I mentioned earlier, Germany has supported Somalia, among others, through the European Union. In this context, I would like to recall the substantial contributions the European Union has made so far. The training of Somali security forces in Uganda by the European Union Training Mission for Somalia in close cooperation with AMISOM is only one example. Furthermore, in addition to the EU's counter-piracy engagement at sea, the European Union will launch an additional mission to enhance the capabilities of the states in the region in the field of maritime security and to develop their legal frameworks. In Somalia, In addition to support to the legal system, a coastal police will be trained in order to bring an end the criminal activities of pirates that add to the instability and insecurity in Somalia, thereby adding to the misery of Somali's people. Mr. President, the transitional process will end in August. In the few weeks that are left, it is crucial to focus and effectively work on the achievements of this goal. This is first and foremost the responsibility of the Somalis themselves. They can be assured that the international community will continue to support them. I thank you, Mr. President.
I thank the representative of Germany for his statement.